guys, in today's video I'm going to be walking you through the process I would go through to humanize a rhythm track and improve the stereo image. So this is a track I'm currently working on. It's called LDN, well, working title is LDN, and it's just basically a solo drum track with lots of claps and taps and clicks and all sorts, kind of aiming at the comedy trailer market. So just kind of have a quick listen to it, and then we'll talk about what I'm going to do to help bring it to life a little bit more. Okay, there you go. You can hear a pretty simple track. It's a short one, 1 minute 10, aiming at this trailer intros and cut downs in comedy trailers. So the big thing here is that we've got a simple start that progressively builds into this kind of more developed version. And starting from there. Okay. So the feedback I've got for this track is that the structure is good, but it needs to be humanized a little bit more, and the stereo image needs to be improved. So my first port of call is going to be to humanize it a little bit. Now, for those of you who've watched any of my other courses, you know I'm actually a fan of 100% quantization. Which, when it comes to this type of track, is not what you want. You want to have some more loose quantizing to kind of give it the impression of live drums. That's both velocity and in timing. Obviously, I've played all this in, so the velocity emphasis is generally where I want it to be. So it's got that human element to it mostly, but I'm going to be working on the timing a little bit. So let's have a look at this intro for starters. So you can see I've already done a little bit here. I'm working on quantizing this to 77 strength. But let's reduce it a little bit, because if the feedback is that it's not quite there yet, the one thing just to be wary of is the first ones. They will need to be bang on, because otherwise Logic won't recognise them if they start before the track starts. Doy. Let's try again. Nice. So already that feels improved. Let's just change the quantization now. The thing to remember is it's often a subtle thing as well, because you don't want it to feel out of time or badly played, but you want to kind of feel it wants to feel less perfect. And the same goes for these stomps. So if we solo these are all pretty much bang on right now, but let's move them a little bit. Now I want, as these are stomps, so it's a kick and stomp from, these are from That Sound. They do this great little library that stomps and stuff. Okay, so what this is doing is this is kind of returning its strength of 0 will return it to my original playing, strength of 100 will quantize it completely. And I don't want it to go to my original playing because, as you can see, I rushed it by quite a bit. I'm going to put it to about 60-70% strength, and then what I'm going to do is this. Have a listen. Yeah, these guys. I'm going to select these, and I want all of these to come in a little bit later. Okay, let's have a listen now. Oh, you know what? A little bit earlier works better, actually. There we go. Now it's getting this kind of like, almost like a flam effect with the stomps, which is something we want. Nice. That sounds better. I like that. So we've gone through the clicks and the claps and the stops. Nice. That's sounding better now. What else have we got? We've got this kick drum happening here, so let's have a look at this. Okay. I want this to feel a little bit lazy, so I say lazy. I want it to be pulling back on the timing a little bit because I'm imagining that there's a drummer and there's a whole group of people clapping, there's a whole group of people stomping. The drummer in a live situation would hold back a little bit, i.e. they wouldn't be playing ahead of the click, they would be playing behind the click to make sure that everyone doing the clapping and the stomping stays in time. Nice. Now let's go into this guy here. Okay, so I'm going to need to do some more detailed quantizing here because we've got a mixture of eighth notes. Not eighth notes, 16th notes, I should say. So let's go into... So let's select all of this and then unselect these because everything else is 16th notes. Oh. That rhythm needs to be sorted out a little bit. Let's move this there. There we go. Just played that a little bit out of time. I might change that and move that there because the emphasis is wrong. Right, okay, let's have a look at that. So that's 64. I think that's a little bit. That's better. Now let's go into these, which are going to be triplets, eighth note triplets, and again keep it at 65%. Sweet. Now let's have a listen. Okay. 65%. Let's drag these a little bit behind again. A little bit behind the beat. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that so far. It's sounding a lot looser in a good way. Let's just go into here. Wait, there we go. Quantize. Oh. Where are those triplets? There we go. Let's just quantize those to 60% strength. Nice. Now let's go into this a little bit more, and we're going to quantize these guys to those 16ths that we had, about 60% strength. This one's going to be rushing a touch, because that's what I was doing, rushing just a touch. Okay, cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I haven't gone through everything, but I don't want to go through everything because the whole humanization thing means that, imagine if you've got some things playing exactly on time, you want to have things moving in and around exactly on the beat. So if everything's slightly off, yeah, it doesn't always work as well. And like I said, I quite like things to be heftily quantized. Mainly it's probably just to make up for my own poor timing. It's probably what it relies on. Okay, let's just have a listen to these. Yeah, just to double check that these clocks, that's a clock. That's going to be bang on. So we're 100% quantizing that. These guys, I mean, it's kind of already in the note that there's a little. I mean, once I hit it, the clap comes in late anyway. So let's just reduce the percentage that's quantized, and again, I'm going to drag these ones a little bit. Nice. Okay, good. Right, we need to have a work on the stereo image of this as well. So I think I've already done a little bit of work on it anyway, but obviously it needs to be improved. So we'll start here with our claps and our clicks. Okay, so where are my clicks coming in? Let's send them further to the left and reduce the image a little bit. And these are my claps. Cool. Right, I'm going to do a little trick here, see if it works. Take the clicks, sample delay them. There we go. So you kind of get this delay between the left and right signal, and it helps the stereo image. It's a really good trick I used to do when I used to record everything in mono, only because I had a single mic that wasn't capable of recording in stereo. So I'd record everything in mono, and then the things that I wanted to spread in the image, the stereo image, I would do the sample delay trick. Okay, so stomps in the spaces. This guy. I'd like a little bit of compressor on here, not a huge amount. There we go. And I'm going to see if I can send this wide with the imager. Oh, where am I? Imaging, stereo imager. Oh. It's not actually what I wanted, but actually that's quite nice. That's quite nice. Let's actually click on the right thing now. Direction mixer, that's what I wanted. I'm going to spread this. There we go. And then we put this in. Ooh. Cool. The reason I'm doing this, I'm going to spread out the stomps so it makes it kind of feel like there's a bigger room with more people stomping. And I'm going to hammer this kick. Oh. I could do it in-house. In-house. I could do it within the instrument itself. I don't often do that, I have to admit. I prefer to use some simple effects. Let's just... And then imaging. Side. The mouse is catching. There we go. Okay, that's good. As I have got a kick in this stomp. But you can hear it's kind of got this delayed thing going on. So let's spread it out. Send it to the sides. Now let's have a listen with this section, with all the stomps. Okay, so they're actually adding quite a lot of detail to that kind of like stompy sound. Let's compress it just a touch. Sometimes just loading up the default works. That's it. Quick attack. And I'm going to put this one more down the middle again because I've compressed it. Direction mixer. And you can A/B test between mid-sides. Yep. I prefer it just limiting it from the left and right rather than just slamming it down to the middle. Okay, let's have a listen now to how this is sounding with regards to the image. of these guys. So this, I mean, this, you can see that here that I had already processed these to be coming out of the left. And I can again accentuate this with lovely. With the placement within with damage and these guys too. This is the Cerberus. Cool. I love this instrument here, but I want it to be coming down the middle. Okay, and then there's this one here, this big Metropolis. Is it this one? Oh no, it's this one. This kind of like a tam-tam thing. Let's take out some of the low end. Go. Take out some of the low end, and I'm going to send this wide. So direction mixer. Let's send it to the sides. Ah. Oh, that's why it's not working. What was I doing? I was on the wrong channel. It's the wrong channel. Oh, I do that stuff all the time. Okay, where was I? EQ. Let's take out the low end. Because we've got other booms going on. We don't need all of that low information. And let's send it to the sides. Yeah, so sending it to the sides, cutting out the lower information, it creates a broader picture. So now let's have a listen to these chaps. Oh, they just sound good, don't they? You know what? I'm going to chuck these through the compressor. Limiter on. Slow attack, please. Oh, fast attack. That's it. There we go. I want to bring out more of that tail, more of that low information. That's better. Yeah. There we go. Made that tail a little bit longer. What's going on here? Ooh, nice. Let's put these in the direction mixer. I'm not going to limit the spread much because I quite like the spread they have. I just want to send them to the right. We'll send these ones to the left. Take these claps down a little bit. Okay. So these kind of sound like floor toms to me. So you could put them on the right as if you're the drummer playing the floor toms. Or you could be sending this to the left as if you're the audience listening to it. I'm going to send them to the left purely because I've already sent these guys to the right. And I want to balance it out a little bit. I quite like the interplay of similar samples. Direction mixer, send you to the left, narrow it just a touch. There we go. Okay, these claps are being a bit troublesome because they are quite badly out of time. So let's quantize these a little bit more. And I'm going to see what they're like when you play ahead of the beat. That's better. Let's just play just a little bit ahead. Again, as I already said, but I ignored my own advice, large groups of people playing or clapping or stomping together will generally rush. You think of those concerts you've been to when it's like they get you clapping, and you're all like, yeah, clapping, 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 and then you realise you're all like way ahead of the beat, and the band just playing to this hugely out of time clap metronome. It's always entertaining to listen to. So there we go. That's something I'm quite happy with right now. I might open that a little bit. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I went through some quantizing of the velocities, of the timing. So I reduced the percentage it was quantized to the beat, and either pushed it ahead of the beat to make it feel like it was rushed, or pulled it back according to who was doing what. Then I have just placed things left, right, middle, wide, in the spectrum to see if I can improve the image and make it feel a little bit more interesting to listen to. And I think I've achieved it personally. So that's what you need to do when you've got a drum track that needs a little bit of humanizing. You just work on the quantizing, think about what they're doing, and where it would come sonically, and hopefully you will be able to improve the overall feel of your track. So if you like the video, click like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn more about writing music for trailers, you can always go to thetrailermusicschool.com and sign up to our membership, where you can learn all about writing for trailers. Thanks, guys.